is the price you pay for flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
Welcome to the I Am Dr. Sharon Show, featuring educators, authors, and entrepreneurs. You can join us live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please follow Dr. Sharon across all social media platforms at I Am Dr. Sharon. And now your host, Dr. Sharon H. Porter.
Hello, hello, and welcome to Season 2 of the I Am Dr. Sharon Show. I am Dr. Sharon H. Porter, host of the I Am Dr. Sharon Show. And boy, when I tell you we are starting Season 2 out with class. Oh my goodness. You know I've got to thank my Season 2 partners, James Adele Custom Clothier, where you will find extravagant fabrics, custom tailoring, all at an affordable price, and also ShirleyLouFinance.com, the wealth guru. So now I turn my attention to my first guest, Mr. Lynn Jackson. Give it up for Lynn, guys. Woo! Lynn is a return guest. He is a 2001 graduate of Surrattsville High School right here in Prince George's County Public Schools. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics, that's right. He served in the U.S. military for 11 years. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, ma'am.
And he is currently a court-appointed special advocate. And he was also a candidate for delegate for District 27A. Woo, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God, and I am so glad to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. So let's start out with this, first of all, this candidacy for 27A, because that's what we talked about the last time you were here. You were unsuccessful in this run, but I am most sure that you learned so many things.
Oh, learned quite a bit.
Let's talk about it.
Well, it's like you said, I finished runner-up in a race of 4, so there's some positives that come from it. But the incumbent delegate Susie Proctor, she kept the seat, so it's a lot to learn, and it's a lot of lessons to learn from campaigning on different stages, whether it's at the state level or the federal level. But at the end of the day, you win, you lose, but you learn from it either way. So.
Exactly. And so let's talk about, and we've had a lot of conversation about District 27A, because before you came on the show last time, I had no clue that Brandywine, part of Brandywine, as well as Charles County, was actually a part of 27A. So talk to me a little bit about the area where you were potentially serving.
Right, so 27A is Clinton, Maryland, Brandywine, Accokeek, Baden, Eagle Harbor, the northernmost portion of Waldorf, Cedarville, some of Hughesville. So it's quite a large area, but generally speaking, it's the southernmost portion of Prince George's County and then the northernmost portion of Charles County. Okay,
that is really awesome. So what are your plans now?
Well, right now, I ran a self-funded campaign, so I put in my own money from the business that I own, as well as out of my own private accounts to campaign or to finance my campaign rather. So right now, I'm just focused on building my business back up and getting my capital built back up to where I needed to be.
Okay. So let's talk about your business. What do you have?
Well, I'm a real estate developer.
Okay.
So I flip houses.
Okay.
And just working on that. I've got some properties in Maryland, had properties in Ohio, Texas. So.
Okay, that's really awesome. So tell me, in your opinion, then, what are you going to do politically as your next step?
Well, first things first. Right after the election, one of the first things I had to do was kind of get over the feeling of losing.
Right.
Gave myself a couple of days from that, and then I started to evaluate what happened exactly. It's still, it's one of those things I'm still kind of scratching my head on. Every citizen that I've met in PG County were really not happy with the establishment, as they call them, the current incumbents, the people that were, really just all about the political machine. But with that said, they reelected all of the establishment. So that's something that I kind of have to scratch my head on and kind of go, what exactly, first and foremost, what is it that my neighbors want, and secondly, what could I have done to put myself out there a little bit better? But where I am at the moment, I'm just really I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is serving the community. I'll figure out what I want to do next, but at the moment, I don't have a plan politically.
Okay, awesome. And so, the last time that you were here, that was really one of the key points, is that you self-funded. Why did you choose to do that?
Well, I thought that's what. Well, first and foremost, like you said before, I was in the military for 11 years. I believe in public service. I don't like the idea of people asking folks for other money. I don't like that. I don't like a politician who's wearing a $2,000 suit asking their neighbors for money. And these people really don't work. They don't have to deal with a lot of the things that most people have to deal with. So I didn't want to. I guess it's a little bit of a pride issue as well. I don't like asking people for money. But on top of that, I don't like the idea of people that I perceive as being wealthy asking other folks for money. And then I wanted to be able to say that, hey, I'm doing this out of my own pockets, and two, I'm not bought by anybody. There's no one who can say, hey, listen, I cut you a check for $5,000. You owe me a favor. And like I said before, I just believe people need to invest their money into themselves, not into people who are saying, hey, I want to represent you. I don't think that's a good public servant. So.
Okay. And so after completing an after-action review, what would be something that you would do differently if you would run again?
I wouldn't have ran for 27A.
Really?
I would have ran for something bigger because...
Interesting.
Yeah, my plan was to learn the political machine by going through the General Assembly, representing my neighbors in 27A, represent my neighbors in Clinton. I've been here, and like I said, I'm from the area. So my goal was to learn a political machine and then make as big of an impact as I could through that learning. But now that I'm looking at it, and this is a message to a lot of people, if you're going to do something, push to your maximum ability. You know, they say shoot for the stars. You truly should shoot for the stars.
Okay.
So I think I would have ran for a more high-profile seat.
Okay.
So that's what I would have done differently.
Okay. So what do you want the people to know about Lynn Jackson?
I don't think there's any specifically I want people to know about me, but you know, just take the lessons that I'm going through. You know, like I said before, you don't always necessarily win everything that you do.
That's true.
You know, and you have to. A lot of times, you see people when they win, they're in front of the TV, they're rah-rahing and they're hyping themselves up. I'm a great loser, but people who lose a lot of times, and this is a lesson for life as well. When you take a loss, don't go climbing into your your cave.
Absolutely.
Don't go into your shell. You know, just be out there. There's no shame in trying in an endeavor and not coming up and coming up short rather. Just keep fighting, keep trying. You don't have to go hide. You know, people who want to kind of go, oh, you lost, don't worry about them, because like I said, when you shoot big, you're not going to always hit your tags. We can't all be undefeated, and none of us are undefeated in life. So just come out, keep trying. Like I said, I'm going to keep serving the community. I'm going to keep trying trying to help my neighbors out here, and keep listening. More importantly, but at the end of the day, I don't have anything. I'm not out here trying to say I'm this person or that person. But if your viewers can learn from the way I'm trying to present myself as somebody who's not trying to run, I know a lot of. It's tough. It definitely is tough losing, but you know, I've had many failures in life, as most people have, and one of the things that I try to do is learn from my mistakes, and then also don't cower and don't run from your failures.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, where can our viewers connect with you?
Well, I'm still on Facebook at Jackson for Maryland is my username, Jackson, and then the number 4 MD, the 2-letter identifier, Maryland. So if you want to take me out there, I'm on Twitter on the same username, and I'm also on Instagram at lynn.jackson27a.
Okay.
So I'd love to definitely reach out.
I
love
love
a lot of
that.
people here as well.
Absolutely. I tell you guys, Lynn Jackson, one of my return guests, I'm so grateful for the lessons learned, because it's not always the candidates come on while they're running, and then if they don't win, you don't see them again.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I am so grateful that you came back and you shared the lessons from that.
Thanks for having me.
So thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys. So Lynn Jackson, I tell you, so wonderful. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with Miss Lastancia Spade and Miss Keisha Lewis from the Tri-County, Maryland chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. All right,
you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
Guys, I am here with the president and second vice president of the Tri-County, Maryland chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Ms. Lastancia Spite, who is the president, and Ms. Keisha Lewis, who is second vice president. Can we welcome them, guys? Oh, yeah. So excited to have you guys here today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So first of all, Tri-County, Maryland chapter, one of the newest in the Eastern region.
Yes.
So first of all, tell us which 3 counties you represent.
Okay, so Tri-County, Maryland represents Calvert County. We also represent St. Mary's County, and then east of 301 in Charles County.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. I love it. And so you guys are here because you have some phenomenal things coming up. First of all, for members of Delta Sigma Theta,
yes.
but also the community. Yes. And so today, that's what we're here to talk about. Let's start out with some community information, first of all. And I first want to ask, the chapter is 5 years old?
7.
7. Oh, my
yes,
goodness.
yes.
Wow. And
7
so,
years old.
wow, how long have you been a member, Keisha?
So I have been a member for 7 years.
Okay, awesome. And what about you?
7 too.
All right. I love it. I love it. And so now let's talk about some of the upcoming community projects that the chapter has.
Okay. So we have our educational programs, which is one of our programmatic thrusts for Delta Sigma Theta educational development. And so coming up, starting October 20th, we will launch our Delta Academy program in Charles County, which are for girls or middle school girls ages 11 to 14. We have a program in Calvert County for Delta Gyms. Those are for our high school girls. We have a program as well, Delta Gyms, in Charles County for our high school girls. And then we have a program in Body, which is for our young men, which is in St. Mary's County.
Wow.
All of those things will launch on October 20th. So if the community is interested, they can go to our website, get information, send us an email, and we will get the application package out to them.
I love that. Oh, my goodness. And so the website
The website is DST Tri-County Maryland MD.org.
Okay.
So DST Tri-County Maryland.org.
I love that. And so, Keisha, you are over membership.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
my
correct.
goodness. So now that's really focused on members of the sorority. And so I know that you guys are having a roundup coming up. So any Deltas out there who does not have a chapter home, tell them where they can come.
So any Delta out there that doesn't have a chapter home, we are calling on all Deltas, all sorors, to join us for our Roundup 2018. The Roundup will be held in Calvert County at the Harriet Brown Community Center. It's located on 901 Dares Mill Road in Prince Frederick, Maryland. You can register for the event by going to Eventbrite. So you can check that out on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page. But it is it's TCMDAC Roundup.2018. Eventbrite. So please check us out. For more information, you can go to the Facebook page, as well as our Twitter page, and you can register for that event. So we're excited to see you. Remember, it's a Deltas only event, but you can register. We're going to have lots of fun. So please come out and support the event. And if you're looking for a chapter home, we're looking for you.
I love it. And we know that new membership is always an exciting time, but reclamation is so important. So talk to us a little bit about reclaiming our members.
So I think our national president has a vision. As we ended our last sorority year, June 30th, her goal was reclaim 4K. And so the goal was for us to reclaim 4,000 sorors. As we said, we recognize that life happens to us. So, you know, you go to school, maybe you finish, and you're in a position where maybe you're not able to be active in Delta. But we recognize that there are sorors out there who may be looking for a chapter home, we always say. And so we're looking for those folks to come back home, you know, and we'll find a place for you. Maybe you can't come to every chapter meeting, maybe you can't come to every activity. But there's something for you to be able to do and to contribute. And so if that's even coming to serve on a community service project, whatever that might be. So we're looking for sorors to come home and to welcome them to come back to the fold.
I love that. Oh, my goodness. And last year, you guys actually had your first book fair, right?
We did. So we had our first, we called it our Arts and Letters Reading Extravaganza and Book Fair. And it was an opportunity for us to offer an event free to the community for younger persons. I think it was about elementary school age to middle school students who were able to come out, had someone come out, do story time reading with them, and then we collected books. And so the books were donated to the children who actually came to the event. And then we also had the library come in and provide some services so that the community would also know what services the library offers to them.
I love that.
So it was wonderful. It was a great event.
Wow, I love that. And so how large is Tri-County?
So we're not large, but we're growing.
We're growing.
We're growing. And so at present, we've got about 97 members. So we're looking forward to crossing the threshold pretty soon of 100 members. As we said, we're still relatively small and new, but excited about the work that we're doing in the community.
And I think that's one of the things, especially sorors who are just coming back, reclaiming those, a large chapter sort of scares them because it can be overwhelming. And so I think it's a perfect chapter for sorors who are coming back in, you know, after whatever it is. So I definitely look forward to working with you ladies. I'm just so excited about everything that is going on with you guys. And I think you all won an award at the last regional.
So
Tell us about that.
I'm happy and we are pleased that at this last sorority year coming out of 2017-2018, we called them Small Alumni Chapter of the Year Award, which is major. And so we are very excited. We don't do the work in the community to be recognized, but it is wonderful when your organization acknowledges the fact that the work you are doing is great. And so we were absolutely excited to win that award.
So tell us a little bit about your work around physical and mental health.
So physical and mental health just covers a lot of areas. So you talk about mental health. We actually partner with the American Red Cross. So normally in February we do a blood drive. In the month of October we normally have, last year we called it a date with the girls, but we talk about breast cancer and in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In May of every year we have worked with the March of Dimes. And so that has been an important effort, not just walking and raising money, but we've also worked the logistics aspect of registering those who are actually coming to walk. And so physical and mental health, I think we cover the gamut, but not just externally, but also internally. So making sure that we have a walking, I shouldn't say walking, but it's almost like a fitness, I'm going to call it club for lack of it. So, you know, but they're all, you know, counting their minutes and steps and turning them in every month, and come the end of the year, chapter members, you know, the person who's done the most steps or walked the most or whatever that has been, they actually win an award. So internally and externally.
I love that. Oh my goodness. And so one last time, Keisha, for the roundup, give them the date again and how they can register.
So the date is August 18th. The time is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can register by going to our Facebook page or our Twitter page, and the link is there for the Eventbrite link. And that link, I'm going to read it to you. It's TCMDAC Roundup 2018.eventbrite.com. So please come out, sorors, and support this event And just like she said, I think we've become known as the small chapter with the Southern charm.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a chapter home, like she said, please come out, join us, support us, and learn more about TCMDAC.
I love it. Oh, my goodness. And any other community events that you would like to shed light on?
So we have a bowling fundraiser coming up. So the way we support the programs that we offer to the community, because we don't charge for them, is we raise funds to do so. So on August 25th, we have a bowling fundraiser that's going to be held at the Lord Calvert Bowling Alley. It's from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Come out for a little fun and competition. If you like to bowl, even if you don't, you can come hang out with us. Those tickets are $35. You can purchase a lane for $210. In the month of October, we're going to be partnering with the League of Women Voters in Calvert County to host some candidate forums. We also want to make sure that our communities are educated about the persons who are running in the community. And so those are two things we have coming up. I will also say save the date. In the month of December 15th, we will have our Crimson and Cream Holiday Affair at Middleton Hall in Charles County. So look for more information on our Facebook page, Twitter page, website. We're excited.
Oh, awesome. And we also have a school supply drive,
We
right?
do. So we're going to be doing a school supply drive. And what we're going to ask, if you're interested in donating, we normally have collected at chapter meetings, so those in the community who would like to donate, if you would just send us an email to tcmdac@gmail.com, we'll be more than glad to coordinate a pickup of those school supply items.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I love it, guys, and I love my new chapter home,
Yay.
Tri-County chapter of Maryland. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you, Stancia. Thank you so much. And this is my chapter soror, Gamma Phi, Winston-Salem State University. Oh, my goodness. So I'm so excited to join you ladies this Delta year.
And we're glad to have
Absolutely.
you. Glad to
so,
have
guys, thank you so much for joining this segment with the Tri-County Chapter Maryland President and Second Vice President. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back with Miss Shaniqua Johnson all the way from New York.
Twice you pay for flying high.
Awesome.
Whenever you flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Come on, Kiara Sheehan, come help her. Everybody clap your hands. Kiara Sheehan, make some noise. Here we go.
She's gonna do when your back's against the wall. How you gonna respond when it seems the hope is lost? Tell me what you gonna do when you need a little more grace. Yeah. How you gonna respond when they try to test your faith? Hang on.
You gotta hang when your back's against the wall. You gotta hang when it seems all hope is lost. See, I'm a witness, he'll hold you up. And in the process, he'll fill your cup. So I'm not worried, I'm not scared. I'm gon' trust like my bishop said. It's a message to the devil, you can't have
guys for coming back. My next guest, Shaniqua Johnson. She is a registered nurse. She's a nurse educator. She's an author and a life and health coach. Please help me welcome Ms. Shaniqua Johnson.
Thank you.
So, Shaniqua, I first have to say I'm just so honored that you literally drove from New York to be here. I'm just so grateful.
Yes, it's an honor.
So I so appreciate your dedication and commitment to your word. So thank you so much. So I am, first of all, excited. We've been, as we say, Facebook friends forever.
Yes.
And so I had the chance to meet you on yesterday for the very first time. So exciting.
Yes.
A new friend indeed.
It feels like we've known each other forever,
Exactly.
right?
So,
I'm
wow.
honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Wow. So let's talk. You have 4 books here, and so we're going to dive in because we want to talk a little bit about each one of them. And so is this your latest one?
This is the latest
So
one.
this is Map Purpose-Filled Life, right?
Map
Okay, so
Purpose-Filled
talk
Life.
to us a little bit about this
Yes,
one.
this book is my new baby, and what I love about this, MAP stands for Motivation, Affirmation, and Prayer. So those are my 3 keys to living my life on purpose. So I need to stay motivated. I need to affirm myself, because oftentimes we let society judge us.
Yes, we do.
Society judges us. Like Mr. Jackson was saying, oh, if you lose the race, they think that you failed. No, we didn't fail. We learned a lesson. Anytime you learn a lesson, there is no failure.
Yes.
But we need to learn how to affirm ourselves. So in this book, I make sure that I have motivational quotes and affirmation statements that people can actually just recite out loud to gain that power. And then my most important tool is prayer. That's my way to communicate with God. That's my time to say, hey, I'm weak. Hey, I don't know what to do. So that's where I get my directions, my instructions from God. So I need in my daily life motivation, affirmation, and prayer.
I love
so
that.
that's how I titled it Map to a Purpose-Filled Life. So if you want to live your life on purpose, you need to get this book.
I love
and
it.
Get you some motivation, affirmation, and prayer.
In prayer. I love
prayer.
that. Oh,
That's
my
right,
goodness.
always.
And then your next one, I'm so excited because we're actually both co-authors in this one. And this is Black Woman by Birth, Champion by Choice. And it was actually initiated from the Black CEO group. And so we're really excited. So talk about your chapter in here.
My chapter in there is I'm here and I'm not going nowhere. See, listen to me. I am all about my affirmative statements, and that statement is saying that you can't push me around. So no matter what I go through in life, be it my marriage terminating, be it battling with depression, you can't make me leave this earth. I am here, I am called on purpose, and I'm not going anywhere.
Yes.
Until I've reached my goal, until I've done what God has called me to do. So that chapter in the book is my declaration statement to say, I'm here.
Oh, wow.
And no matter what goes on, no types of failures, no types of distress is going to make me leave this earth until I am done with my work.
I love it.
So I put my heart and my soul in that chapter, along with some of the other amazing authors in this book, yourself included. And it's just about us celebrating being Black women, being champions.
I love
because
it.
you have to choose to be a champion.
You do, absolutely.
You have to choose to be a champion. Whether you win or lose, you are still a champion. So that's where I channel all of my energy in this chapter of the book to just say, look, you can't push me around.
I love it. Oh, my goodness.
You can't push me around. I say my bounce back game is serious, okay?
I love it.
When you push me, that just means I'm
y'all
on
hear
that
that?
trajectory and I'm going up higher.
I love it.
Try it. Push me if you want to.
Okay, we won't be doing that now, will we? Oh, my goodness. And then another collaboration book with my Voxwave family, Cheryl Wood. She did Women Inspire Nations, and so you were a collaboration author in here. Talk about your chapter in this one.
This was a phenomenal book project. We had our foreword written by Essence Magazine, Mickey Taylor, and it's just been an amazing journey. In this book, I'm talking about finding my strength to start again. Finding my strength to start again. Like I said, I was married 7 years, and all of a sudden I woke up one morning and my marriage was no longer there.
Wow.
It had terminated. It had took a lot from me, and I had to find that inner strength to start again. Because at that time, I wanted to end life. I wanted to end life because I could not see myself outside of being married, being a mother. Like my identity had turned into being his wife.
Wow.
But then I had to find my strength. I had to find my courage to say, yeah, I was his wife. Now I'm his ex-wife. And I'm a good ex-wife, too. You know it. I'm a good ex-wife.
And you guys are in a good place.
We are in a great place
Yes.
right now, and I'm very happy about it. But I could not sit here if I had let that situation, those court battles, that stressors, if I had let that snuff out my light, I would not be sitting here full of purpose, helping other people reach their purpose in life. So I'm grateful. So in that book, I share my story with that. And this book, Women Inspiring Nations, is literally taking off around the nations. This book is in Africa. This book is all over the world, okay? So it's just been an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
I love
Yes,
that. Oh,
it was
my God.
awesome.
And that really leads back to your first
My
book.
very first
I
book.
didn't know my own strength. Talk about that.
My God. Okay. So this book was the start. This was the start of me finding that strength to actually even accomplish the other books. So this book is my baby. It's always going to be my baby. And this book is the Word of God right here. I had to learn during this process of writing this book to sit down and be still. Because you know in life, we always busy.
Yes,
We doing
always.
this, we doing that. We just busy, 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 busy,
Always.
busy. And I had to learn to sit down and allow God to speak to me. So this was kind of like the beginning of my walk in faith. It was the beginning of me communing with God. So I learned so much during this time.
Wow.
And I didn't know my own strength, how my faith moved my mountains. And it literally was my faith in God that moved every single obstacle that rose up in my way. And these were not pebbles.
She said, don't be confused.
These weren't these little rocks and shells that you see on the beach. No, these were huge mountains that I thought that I was not going to be able to overcome.
Wow.
But the Word of God says that we can speak to those mountains and tell
they
those
will
mountains to move. So you have a choice. You can climb the mountain. Now, how tiring is that going to be to try to climb the mountain? You are going to be exerting every bit of strength that you have trying to climb the mountain. You can try to go around the mountain, but how long is that going to take you?
I love it.
All you got to do is tell the mountain
Tell
to move.
it to move.
Bada bing, bada boom, it's gone.
I
It's
love her.
gone. It'll move from here to
Yes, it
there.
will.
And that's what faith taught me.
I love
so
it.
I stand on this
Yes.
every single day of my life. And that's what inspired me to write that map book with the motivation, affirmation, and prayer, because that's my foundation.
Wow.
You want to know the secret? That's my secret.
I love it.
Motivation,
Affirmation and prayer. I love
That's
it.
the secret.
I love it. I tell you, you have
That's the secret.
so many wonderful things in play. I tell you, you are actually getting ready to join Lisa Nichols.
Yes.
Right. Tell us about that.
Yes, we're going on a retreat. We're going to Mexico. It is going to be an enlightening, an enrichment session. So I've got Lisa Nichols for a whole week.
I love it.
So she is going to be pouring into
Yes.
us and feeding and nurturing our souls with empowerment. Because I often have people ask me, like, Shaniqua, you're always so motivating and encouraging me. Who motivates you? So I've had to find that
Absolutely.
outside source. Because yes, it's great that we can do it internally, but it is so great when you're pouring out to others that you have someone filling you back up.
Absolutely.
So I am honored to be able to spend a whole week in Mexico. Ain't bad, right? In Mexico,
That's right.
getting poured into by
Yes.
one of the greatest to ever do it. So
Yes.
I'm ecstatic, and I can't wait. Plus, I need the rest.
I know
I've
you
been
do.
working,
Oh
and
my
I need
God.
the rest, honey. So I'm excited about
Yeah,
it.
and
I'm
that
so
goes
excited.
back. You're a registered nurse, but you
Yes.
have just recently became a nurse educator,
Yes.
Teaching at the college level.
Yes.
Talk to us a little
I am
bit
a
about
college
that.
professor now.
I love it. I love
I've
it.
stepped up my game, and I am a college professor. So I am
Okay.
teaching at the College of New Rochelle,
Okay.
and I'm training new nurses.
That's so
I
awesome.
get to impact the next generation
Yes.
of nurses that are coming in.
Wow.
I got to get them right. I got to get them right for you guys because, look, at some point, I'm going to need a nurse.
Right, absolutely.
The nurse is going to need a nurse. So
Absolutely.
I want to make sure that these students know their stuff and that they are empowered. And that's what I normally tend to do to them. Like, I empower them. I motivate them. I encourage them to say, look, I am here before you because, and I'm at my school that I graduated from. So
how
I'm
awesome
at
is
my
that?
alumni
Yeah,
home. So
that's awesome.
it is awesome. That's my give back. So I stand before them to say, hey, if I did it, you can do it. So I'm
absolutely.
the example. I'm the living example that they can strive. And I always tell them, do better than me.
Right.
So I'm training them to be better nurses than I am. And I'm a darn good nurse. Let me just put that out there, too.
I love it.
I'm not scared to toot my own
I
horn
know,
because
that's
you know
right.
what? Sometimes other people are not going to affirm you.
Yes.
So I have learned to affirm myself. And
I
it's
know
not
that's
about
right, honey.
being cocky or anything like that. I'm just confident in the gift that God has given me.
I love it.
So I have to tell myself that because sometimes society tells you other things. So I'm a firm believer of saying, hey, speak your truth,
Yes.
walk in it boldly, and do the best that you
I love
you
it,
can.
Shanika.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
And finally, you are a life and health coach.
I am.
So talk
Yes.
to us about
so
that.
I'm bundling all this motivation and energy, and I'm giving it in one-on-one sessions. So I
Okay.
work with people to help them find their purpose in life, to help them find their track and where they're supposed to be going, because we oftentimes just exist, and I've lived that.
Yes.
I'm not coaching anybody through anything that I haven't already lived. Like, I lived that life where I was just going. There was a time in my life where I used to look in the mirror and I didn't even see me. It was like a gray fog. I did not know who I was, but I was getting up, going to work. I was taking care of the kids. I was taking care of the house. I was doing what I was pre-programmed to do. And then when I hit rock bottom, I had to learn how to build myself up again. So that's what I try to teach my client, to say, you know what, let's pause for a minute. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's set a plan for where you want to go, and let's get you there.
Let's get it.
And we are stronger together. That's my new motto. I'm claiming it. I don't know who I can give credit to for, but I'm
Right.
claiming it, that
Absolutely.
we are stronger together. So when I
Absolutely.
meet my clients, we link hands together. So I'm walking this walk with them. But I tell them they got to do the work. I can't pull you.
You can't do the work for
I
them.
can't do the
Absolutely.
work for them. So I try to empower them and encourage them, and then I hold them accountable.
I love it.
Oh, yes. I'm in their face to say, okay, where are we with those goals? And if you don't have that accountability, sometimes we fall short. So that's what I do as a life coach, as a health coach with people, diabetes, hypertension. If you're having difficulties with your health, reach out to me. I help get you on your path to being
I
better.
love that. And
Yes.
so where can everyone connect with you?
I'm all over social media. I'm on Facebook, Shaniqua Johnson RN. I'm on Instagram, Shaniqua Johnson RN. Twitter would not let me be great, so I'm on Twitter at RN_S Johnson.
Okay.
But you can always reach me at my website, which is www.shaniquajohnsonrn.com.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Shaniqua, you are a ball of fire.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are truly motivational, and I tell you, I'm just inspired by you.
Yes, thank you so
and
very
so
much.
we'll definitely continue to
Awesome.
work with you and collaborate with you.
Awesome.
So thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much,
And I
sis.
know
I
you're hitting the
appreciate
road
you.
right after this show.
Yes.
So I just wish nothing but safe travels
Thank
for you
you.
as you head up on 95.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
yes.
Shaniqua Johnson, guys, you gotta follow
Thank you,
her.
thank
Please
you.
thank her for
Thank
being
you.
my guest today. Such a wonderful guest. I love it. So guys, we're gonna take a final break, and we're gonna come back with the wonderful ladies of the top ladies of distinction. And we have Miss Lady Kim Elder, and we also have the wonderful, I love her dearly, just met her recently, Jacqueline Smith Wilcher. So we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Pay for flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Come on, Kiara Sheehan, come help us. Everybody clap your hands. Kiara Sheehan, make some noise. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Hello and welcome back, guys. I am here with the top ladies of distinction of Prince George's County. We have Jacqueline Smith-Wilcher, who is the organizer and the first president of the chapter, and Lady Kim Elder, who is the current president. Woo! So excited to have you ladies here.
Good to be
Oh
here.
my goodness. So first of all, I want to start with you, Jackie. Oh my God. How and when did you start this chapter?
The chapter was started actually 9 years ago.
Wow.
I started out, I'm a charter member actually of the Dale City, Prince William County chapter. And when I was sitting in orientation, the area director said to me, "You are coming all the way over here traveling into Dale City, and you guys know it's about 30, 40 miles from here down the Beltway. Why don't you start a chapter in Prince George's County?" And I said, "I can do that?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "I'm going to do it." And that's exactly what I did. I said, I'm going to, and I was born and bred in Prince George's County, moving here in elementary school, and I just thought it would be a great idea to actually have top ladies in Prince George's County.
I love that. Oh my goodness. And Lady Kim, you're the current president. Yes. How long have you held that office?
I've been in the office now for 1 whole year.
Okay,
yes.
awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So for our viewers who are not familiar with the Top Ladies of Distinction, please tell us about the organization.
Sure. Well, Top Ladies of Distinction, also known as TLOD, is a 501c3 nonprofit professional and national humanitarian service organization. So we service youth and adults.
Okay.
We've got 5 pragmatic thrusts, major thrusts. It's the status of women, to improve the status of women and particularly focus on their return to work, back to work. We also have the senior citizens. We care. We stand on their shoulders, and so we often give back to the senior citizens by ensuring that they live some rich, positive lives in their last few years. We also have the community partnership, where we're joining forces with organizations that are doing some of the very same things we're doing in the community. We have the 4th one, which would be community beautification, keeping America beautiful. We actually have adopted strips of land in the county, and we actually go out and take care of those lands. So you're just not going to find our names on those roads. We're actually out there and picking up trash and keeping America beautiful, keeping our county beautiful. And then our 5th and final is our Top Teens of America. They're our #1 thrust. We are focused on mentoring top teens, so ages 13 to 18 years old. We encourage everyone to get their kids involved. We actually serve as mentors to the young people. We also provide all kinds of training for them, resume writing, college preparatory things, and so it's just a great extension to what your families are doing, and that these top ladies can help them do that.
I love that. And from being the organizer of this chapter, I'm sure you've just seen it flourish.
Yes.
Talk about the growth of the chapter.
Oh my goodness, the chapter has really grown. We started out, we had 23 top ladies and 17 top teens, and we just made history in TLOD by being the 2nd largest chapter in the country.
Oh wow,
we have
that's awesome.
And the
Awesome.
17-18 program year, we had 104 active top ladies, and we are trying to make sure we keep that number and keep our ladies active in doing that. But I'm on the executive board of Top Lady. I serve as the national director of operations in that area, so I have to get a shout out to our national president, Lady Dreamer Lee Waldman, and I also have to get our shout out to our awesome and amazing awesome Area 2 director, Sandra Clark. Sorry.
I love that. And for you, and I know all of our, ladies, we are always into so many different things. So, in time, it's really one of those things that we have to be very cautious of. Got to protect our time. And you being the organizer and very active in Top Ladies, I know you're a member of Delta Sigma Theta. You probably have several things that how do you guys manage it all?
I manage it by, of course, we just talked about finding your purpose and your passion, and finding a way to make sure that you're making that passion. And so service is a passion of mine all of my life, and so this has been a great fit for me, and specifically working with the teens. It's just a great fit. So I find the time. You find that time for passion.
Exactly. What about you?
Yeah, balancing, of course, is you got to do it. You got to alternate. But I just love community service. So I will find my place everywhere. In Top Ladies of Distinction Incorporated and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I will find my place, and I just want my assets and skills to be used where they need to be used, because I'm an honest person that believes that when God gives it to you, He wants you to share it and not keep it to yourself.
Absolutely.
So I'm here to serve.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
That's what I do.
So how can the general community support Top Ladies of Distinction?
Okay, well, we have fundraisers, like many service organizations do. We have fundraisers because, again, all of our fundraising dollars go back into those major trusts I talked about. And I also want to point out that we have some other national projects that we work with. So we work with the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. We work with the National Council of Negro Women. We work to help raise awareness and funds for sickle cell awareness, because we know that's a major impact in the African American community, and they're not receiving the same sort of funds that other sort of disabled would get. And so we also do a big push with literacy. Just this past year, we donated over 600 books to senior citizens' homes, to children. We have a major health fair, and so we do fundraising to do that. And the fundraising comes in ways of fundraising. We have one of our signature events coming up on Friday, August the 17th, where we'll be having Empowerment in Pink. And so we're raising funds for that. And we could talk a little bit about that too. But again, that's how we raise funds.
Okay, that's awesome. So let's talk about Empowerment in Pink.
So our 9th annual, Lady Jackie just referenced that the chapter is 9 years old this year. Our 9th annual Empowerment in Pink fundraiser will be taking place at the Camelot, the beautiful Camelot. It's going to be on Friday the 17th. That's August the 17th. And you can purchase tickets by visiting our website at www.tlodpgcc.org. The tickets are available also on Eventbrite. We're excited this year because we're doing some different things with new leadership and different things of that nature. So we're going to be sponsoring a masquerade. So we want to encourage people to come out with their very finest on. It's cocktail wear. And so it's a great opportunity to come out. We're going to bring your mask. We're going to have a masquerade. And we've got some great, of course, great dinner provided by the Camelot, but great music by DJ Easy. So we're going to have a great time. We're going to dance, and we're partying for a purpose.
I love it.
At the Camelot on Friday, August the 17th.
Oh, my goodness. So what about membership intake? Do you all do that each year, or how does that work?
So we typically do a membership every year, but this time we're going to have another membership in the fall of this coming year. We'll be opening the chapter for new membership. You just need to come out. We don't really have, the only criteria we have is that you can't commit a crime. But otherwise, you don't have to have a college degree. I'm just being serious. You don't have to have a college degree or anything like that. We just want people that can make an impact in the community and they want to serve. Okay. That's what we want. You have to be able to serve, but you do have to have a recommendation from 2 top ladies that you know or get to know them.
So we have a membership chair. And so you can, again, reach out to our website, www.tlodpgc.org.
Okay, that is really
that's
awesome.
how you can find out about it.
Wow. And so even with that, do you have to live in the county?
No, you do not have to be a member of Prince George's County or a resident of Prince George's County chapter. Of the county to be a member of the chapter. No,
okay, that's really awesome. I tell you. So there is really no short of anyone that want to help and support.
That is absolutely correct.
I mean, across the board. Even though you can do it on your own, but when you are with a group, whether it's a sorority, whether it's another organization, you are just so fulfilled. And so I just appreciate the work that you ladies are doing.
Thank you very much.
Just so awesome. So are there any last minute messages that you would like to send out to the community?
Well, what I want to say is that we are making strides in the community. Since we have chartered in 2009, we have actually completed over 200 community service projects, which is a lot. We've donated about $55,000 of money.
Wow.
We've also have about $35,000 in scholarships that we've awarded to the Top Teens of America program. I mean, we're just keeping it moving. And but we do need your help when we do the service, because we cannot do this alone. And we're partnering here, just as Lady Kim, our chapter president, has said, with many organizations to help reach these tasks. We are life members in NAACP and NCNW, and we often partner with those organizations to do the same.
I love it. I tell you guys, what great information today on the I Am Dr. Sharon Show. I tell you, this is our season 2 premiere, and we have had phenomenal guests, and I must say thank you to Lynn Jackson, who is a return guest, and I absolutely love when he comes on. So I thank you, Lynn, for being a part of the show, as well as the Tri-County Maryland chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, the president, Ms. Lastancia Spate. Thank you so much, Lastancia, for being here. Keisha Lewis, second vice president President, and my Gamma Phi chapter soror. I thank you for being here. So excited. And definitely Miss Shaniqua Johnson, all the way from New York City. And I say that, guys, because I do not take it lightly that she traveled to be here. So I appreciate it. You have people in Virginia that say I can't come to Prince George's County. So I appreciate, her traveling from New York City. Thank you so much. And also the top ladies of distinction. Such an honor. Thank you, Jackie, for being here. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I thank you, my viewing audience, because, guys, you hung with me season 1, and you're right back here for season 2. We have a wonderful lineup for you all season. So definitely stay right here, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock every Sunday morning on VoxWave.com, YouTube Live as well. So we thank you. As always, the bigger the dream, the harder the grind. Push, pray, and continue to grind.
For flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
They'll fill your cup. So I'm not worried, I'm not scared. I'm gon' trust like my bishop said. It's a message to the devil, you can't have our faith. And we gon' make